Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hi there. So, just a quick note this morning. Um, it seems like as I go deeper into this, you know, how do I describe it? I've listened a lot this last year to Muji, and Muji says just percolate in it, just percolate in it, and this experience of being here now, um, living in this moment, has just grown and grown and grown. And I know that, I don't. It used to be for me. I would say, "What do you mean, be here now?" So I was looking at how did this happen? The process of this experience of true presence. For me was seemed like a long process, and maybe it doesn't have to be that long. It doesn't. It just because it's so simple. It's right here. It's and but if you begin to watch, it begins with awareness. Watch yourself. Watch what's happening in your thought process, and it's a bit of a trick because um, the mind has been the boss for a long time, and it doesn't really want to, to not be the boss. But if you're so inclined, if you want freedom, if you really want to live in your true nature and your true power, then you will use the will to say, okay, look, I'm going to do these things. And it begins with observing of your actions. So, and you start to identify. So when fear comes up, for me, it's like, oh, look at that fear. When anger comes up, when and, tightness in the belly, and so I begin to watch myself and become aware of myself and become conscious of myself, and that all grew into a greater presence, and in the awareness came the knowledge that I was not my mind, I was not my thoughts. So that's the process. I was like, holy shit, who is thinking these fear thoughts? Who is thinking these angry thoughts? And I realized that somehow my conditioning had, kind of stamped, into me these beliefs that they're limiting beliefs, these beliefs that the world was not a safe place, or that I could somehow get, you know, hurt here, or that I needed something, that something was missing. These beliefs were nailed in. They were riveted in, so the process of melting them didn't happen because of me working towards, trying to push them aside or something like that. It was more just being present with them. It's like, oh, look at that, the fear again. Look at that, guilt or shame. And so I started to watch them. And in watching them, I saw how my actions in life came from those places, and and they melted, and out of the melting grew this presence, this here nowness, and so that's my message over and over and over again, that we can all be free, because when we're living in the when we're living in the mind, in the conditioned mind, we're not free. We're always worried that something's going to go wrong, or we're worried that somebody that we love is going to get hurt, or that that a million fears, right? A million fears. And the crazy thing about fear is that we create what it is we fear. So it's not a luxury we can afford. It's like fear actually creates our reality. So when we look at, and I know this happened to me in my business life, in my relationship life, and because I had so much fear, and it was so difficult to see out of it, to let the walls fall down, and but when it began to really happen is when I realized that, oh my God, I'm not those thoughts. I'm not that. That's not really me. That's my conditioning. It's a belief. It's not the truth. And so that's my message over and over again. That how do we find freedom? I mean, is that what we want? Is to be free? Do you want to be rich? Well, what is rich? Rich is in the beauty of the moment. Rich is in like just to experience this feeling of peace. What could be more rich than that? To be free of fear. Okay? So the things that we acquire in life, we think those are going to make us happy, and they don't. They are all passing. It doesn't stay. They're always passing. Relationships are passing. Kids, we're so excited when we have children, and then they grow up. And so we have to allow ourselves to be present in each moment. The crazy thing is that we have children, and because we're living in fear, we instill that fear in them. and because we have all this fear, often we don't actually even have a relationship with the children, because fear drives them away. And it's so our options are limited. If we really truly want to find peace in this world, we need to be present. And it's not a belief in a higher power. It is an experience of that power, and that power is in the moment. All right. So it starts with the belief. As we're moving towards something, it's not something outside of us. It's something inside of us. It starts with a belief and a willingness, and then a kind of a faith that there is something. That something is this moment, and this moment, and this moment, and this moment. You start to, the colors get brighter. It's the sounds are amazing. The senses really do take it in. It's like, I hear the birds. It's amazing. So I encourage you on this path. I really do. With all my love, I encourage you to, breathe, watch, be an observer, watch this moment, and let go. Just continually let go. Continually let go. So when fear comes up, let go. When it grabs you, I call it the fear train. When you get on the fear train, just let it go. Boom. There it is. Don't be upset with it or judge it. Just there it is. It's not real. And it disappears. So I'm going to just read today from the Tao. I've been reading this little book this last little while, and I'm going to share it with you again today, the Tao Te Ching. It's amazing. And where am I in the Tao Te Ching? I would say that 47. Is that where we are? I think we are 47. Yes, it is. Okay, so chapter 47. Sorry, you guys. And it's from the Tao Te Ching. It's written by Stephen Mitchell. Get this book. Again, it's a lot of this. The great writings of the world help to open the door, help to us to see ourselves. And 47. This is very short. It says, without opening your door, you can open your heart to the world. Without looking out your window, you can see the essence of the Tao. The more you know, the less you understand. The master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, and achieves without doing a thing. The master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, and achieves without doing a thing. Beautiful. Isn't that sweet? Yes. The Tao Te Ching. So we've been reading this, and I haven't done this lately, but in the back, Stephen Mitchell has put a little kind of a synopsis of the day's writing, and so 47. What did he say? And the more you know without knowing yourself. The more you know without knowing yourself. That's it. Okay. Love you guys, and I'm having a great trip. I'm down in the east coast of Canada and visiting with family and just loving. Went for a long bike ride yesterday with my sister, and so I'm enjoying this. It's moment to moment, and being with folks I haven't seen in a long, long time, and just really being with them, and paying attention, and listening, and loving them. It's been a beautiful experience. Okay, love you lots. Love it if you go to YouTube and subscribe. I'm growing my little YouTube channel, and it's a well, my imagining is that I'll continue to do this. Maybe, I mean, I'm open to what wants to happen, of course. Maybe for the rest of my days to keep carrying a message in this way, and on social media, and hopefully that some of what I say, the message, makes a difference, or helps people, to see their true essence. It isn't something to be developed. It's something we have. It's something we are. So, yeah. Okay. Love you lots. Thank you.